I was gonna say, you want to bring me in and hide yours first while.
Step right up, the lights are bright. Welcome to Analysis Night. Stats are ready, tape will fly. Let's hear from that silent owl guy. Throws that flew and catches two. Plays that nobody thought they'd do. Draft night dreams and clutch time throws. We're seeing how the season grows. Did you see that play last night? I caught it clean, it felt so right. But how did he make that call? Easy, I just didn't drop the ball. It's the Howdy Do It Show, where the dodgeballs fly and the theories grow. From perfect throws to a money ball catch, we're solving the plays of the latest match show. The Howdy Do It Show, every stat and every throw. If you wonder who was the MVP, we've got it right here for you to see. One throw high, one dodge low, one crazy catch that stole the show. Sometimes skill, sometimes luck, sometimes someone just gets stuck. Now Silent Owl, what did you think of that catch percentage? Well, let's just say if catching was fishing, some folks would still be wishing. 30%, that's mighty bold. I've seen scarecrows with better hold. And if dodging counts as strategy too, some players dodge the ball in the queue. Now, be nice. I am being nice. I didn't mention their offense. It's the Howdy Do It Show, where the stats and highlights flow. Every throw and every stall gets analyzed right here for all. Yes, the Howdy Do It Show, where the dodgeball mysteries grow. If a play makes everyone say, whoa, we'll break it down before you go. So tell me again, howdy do it? Timing, skill, and someone else missing the catch.
Hello, everybody. Are we here yet? All right. Can people hear me? All right. All right. Ugh. It is unboxing time with Al. Um, so since this season is going to be such a monster season, I wanted to start off with a monster unboxing. So we are going to be doing this game, the Old King's Crown. It is massive and huge, and we're going to be unboxing it. And it might take us an hour or two, but I'm gonna also, it came with all these sleeves, so we're gonna sleeve the whole thing too. It's gonna be exciting. It also came with this really cool metal coin, which everybody knows I'm just a sucker for metal coins. Um, but I mean, just look at the art on this. Like already, I'm so pumped. It's gonna take us at least like 3 hours to go through everything. So great. You ready to unbox the Old King's Crown? I don't, I don't know. I mean, they might be able to hear you, and they're just ignoring you. Super Grandma says you're silent. So silent Rye and the pass fail. This is really fun. I'm glad this happened, because I feel like the draft went off way too smoothly.
Oh, I've worked it out. There we go.
Oh, we worked it out. Are you back now?
I'm back.
Can
It's
they?
fine. Everything's
All
fine.
right, perfect. Um, the nice thing is some of our regular viewers may have noticed our slides look a lot more professional now, but I want everyone to understand, even though it may look more professional, we certainly are not.
And yes, I was very prepared. Apart from the fact that on my microphone, I have a little button here, which sometimes when I step away, because it faces away from me, I don't always notice. So there we go. The very high level of professionalism that Derek Weller's work has brought to this stream has been in one swift motion collapsed by my ability to self sabotage.
Perfect.
So
Love it.
anyway, welcome everyone to the Howdy Do It show. This is obviously the new season 13, the show that we've got. As Al mentioned, these slides that we're here with were expertly created by Derek Weller. Dakaran to the community. We're going to keep thanking him all the way through this show because they're so good. And one of the, like, if I'm being honest with myself, one of the barriers sometimes and why the show kind of fell off a cliff maybe halfway, 2/3 of the way through a season was because prepping for the show is actually a lot of work, and Derek has taken all of that away and he's made it absolutely seamless. And I just really want to thank him. I know Al and I were talking about it beforehand. He's also, if you want a good tool for like working out your format, I think Derek makes, is it Star Realms Nexus, Al, and that's kind of a format selector, and you can kind of look through that. And just really thank you, Derek. This is amazing. As you'll see, we know you don't even know yet. This is just the beginning.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Derek, please don't take it as any sort of personal insult. If we mess something up, it's definitely not you. It's us.
Always assume incompetence over maliciousness every day of the week.
But also, with all seriousness, I mean, all of the dodgeball stuff does not happen does not happen without the community around us.
Yeah.
Everybody helping and doing little things here and there, like this, or like making songs or stuff like that, it's what makes dodgeball so great. So thank you to everyone, but especially thank you to Derek.
Yeah, and talking about thanking people in the community, a quick thank you to Super Grandma who helped me collect tea time this week. Anyone obviously wants to chip in, like more than welcome. It really does help and add to it. But TL, I don't know about you, but I noticed a few. You snitch, yes. Oh, yes. I noticed a few interesting tidbits this week. I'll begin. I'll begin from Captain's Chat, and I'll keep this one anonymous unless they wanna self-implicate themselves. But one of the captains, Al, who did not win their race, may or may not have inquired about the legality of taking a ball from one of their teammates who did win a race this week. I think
You know, we should really have maybe some sort of test on whether or not, like, understanding the rules enough to be a captain.
it's true. It's true. It was shut down pretty quickly by the commissioner.
Yeah.
But yes, that was an early angle play. Can I take one of my teammates' balls because I didn't win my own race? So congratulations. We also have this we'll call this one the Scarlet Pimpalux. So elusive can Lux be at the beginning of a dodgeball season. I believe he hadn't been seen for quite some time, and that time may actually amount to about 48 hours, Al.
Yeah. The thing is, that's not even the longest time I think he's disappeared during a a dodgeball season. It's just unfortunate that this particular captain was not aware of Lux's I don't know, reputation or proclivities or what, but
I think
it was
proclivities is
definitely
a wonderful word.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was quite funny. He was the captain was telling Arnhem in chat as well, which is great. Then we had I don't know if any of you pay attention to the dodgeball threads outside of the one that you're participating in, but you should. There's a huge amount of humor to be found across every different match. People have their own kind of things that they do. Brent is well known for making long and flowery posts. In this one, apparently, he decided to get entirely naked in front of the commissioner. I don't know, Al, if we can say that that's something that everyone should be doing. I don't really think that's
Probably not,
protocol, right? But
Yeah.
yes, naked
Yep,
Oz naked Brent.
Yeah. Oh, that might be a good new name.
Oz naked Brent.
I was naked Brent.
Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Al, you had a little bit of fun in your match, didn't you? Because I think it was noticed that you were sending iambic pentameter to Connor.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Connor, and I don't know how he keeps this up for a whole match, let alone a whole season. He sends these whenever he posts anything, he sends it in like a rhyming like couplet. And so whenever he throws at me, I always match that rhyming. So I have to give Connor the credit on that one. I just had to get real creative. In all honesty, I almost sort of dread when he throws at me. One, because he's a good player, but two, I'm like, "Oh, if I catch this, if I dodge it, I was like, throughout the whole like the whole game, I'm like coming up with rhymes, trying to figure out like how I'm going to report this match.
Is that almost a psychological edge to Connor to like force you to just take? You know what? I'll just take the miss.
Yeah, I'll just take the. I don't want to post again. I don't want to have to do this
Yeah.
rhyming shenanigans.
I could dodge, but I could also just I could just oops. We won pretty
Oops.
quickly after I got naked, says Brent. I mean that's one tactic certainly to achieve
Yeah.
victory in the field. And then my last bit of TL is so Super Tools. It came out teaches things to children. And Super Tools is a legitimate tall person in real life. He describes himself to his students as 5'16", and one of his kids was trying to argue with him that his dad, who was 6'1", was definitely a lot taller than him.
Yeah.
So that made us all giggle quite a bit.
Well, at least made those of us familiar with the American measurement system. I think the poor, the regular people who deal with, you know, like meters and kilometers, they were confused. They're like, I don't understand what this inches shenanigans is.
Well, especially not when you describe yourself maybe as 2 foot 54 inches. Like that's wild. But yeah, that was good. So I will say that anyone who's got NAT, please feel free to throw that at us during the week. I can't promise we'll keep it anonymous, but we'll try maybe, unless it's funnier not to.
Yeah, I don't make that promise at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we move on, and Al, I think people are going to be they don't even know. We're going to move to the first match, but first we're going to look at the matchups. So we're going to be looking at, we've got the Duck Van Dodge Show versus Catch 54. Where are you? We've got I Dream of Dodging versus the Twilight Throne. Father throws best against faulty throwers. Ball in the Family versus Green Aces. The Beverly Hillbillies versus Smash. And Al, can we just again appreciate this slide? It's got the teams, it's got the matchups, it's got the captains marked in their colors, it's got the players on this. This is absolute cinema.
You mean this isn't just like an Excel spreadsheet that we added a few colors to? This is like a real professional looking thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it just magically appeared. It was genuinely absolutely baller. So we're going to go into round one, court one. That's the Duck Van Dodge Show versus Catch 54. Where are you? And Al, we've got a fairly even breakdown of the race winners here. We got Bork and Bean, Sir Thestral, and Sturrock on the Catch 54 side versus Corey Bear 88, Darth Binks, DG3, and Emom on the Duck Van Dodge Show. That's a good balanced start, right?
Yeah.
We're going to see some action though straight away, and that's Emom with Chowanek, Lancey Ace, and Cyberduck all getting sent to the bench very, very quickly here.
Boom.
Yeah. A very commanding beginning there from Catch 54. And that always hurts, right? When you start off a game, with that, you're down to 7 versus 3 immediately. That's hard.
It's not only just a difficult sort of thing to dig yourself out of, but psychologically too. It's you almost are ready to just give up the match.
Yeah, you gotta get your head in the game real quick after that. We're then gonna see that they get one back. Sir Thestral goes to take a bath, but also a catch. I think this is a catch and a revive of Sir Thestral immediately. Is that what that is? Yes. So if you see the red graph at the bottom, the red graph takes a dip, but then so Catch 54, they lose Sir Thestral, but then they immediately get the captain back. So that's blow on blow. You're 4 down, you finally get one, and then they're just no, he's coming back on the court, boys. Yeah, and Super Grandma, the graphics are amazing. They really are. What you may notice is that Al and I, or certainly myself, haven't actually pre-looked through these at all. So we're flying very much by the seat of our pants and doing a massive disservice to Derek in the process.
Yeah. He was very good about coming up with all these icons and what everything meant. And we're oh, that makes total sense. And then 2 days later, we're the plus means what again? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a cat. We're good.
That's a cat.
Got it.
So that's warming my heart, Al. We've got Sir Thestral, PC Load Letter, or Clown Ass Load Letter, or PC Ass Letter, or whatever you want to call him, and Osmosis Brent all watching together. So that's fantastic. So knowing those three, there's probably a beer on the table, having a good chat. That's wonderful to see. And they've paused their Slay the Spire game, so this better be good. Well, I can't promise that, Brent. I really can't promise that was a good decision.
We guarantee to ruin your Friday night.
100%. But with a smile, at least.
We're adorable.
We're adorable. So then, as we talk about Osmosis Brent, he's the next one to bite the bullet, Al, going swiftly to the bench to take the pre-warmed seat of Sir Thestral. And then we see there's a ball that doesn't do anything, but then DG3 goes to the bench. So now Duck Van Dodge are down to, is that 2? Is that Emom and Corey, I think, are left in... Oh, no, Emom's gone early. It's Corey and... Binks?
Binks?
Binks. Yeah. So they get Sturrock out. We then march on to see Corey Bear out, so it's just Binks left. Binks takes out Sir Thestral again, or someone does anyway. And then it's just a matter of time before Binkley is finally... He makes a good fight of it, though. But but finally, Catch 54 win that match with Orc, Cranky, O-Dog, and Zim 108 still standing. So I think this slide will also be kind of in the roundup. You'll be able to see that. But that, like, to me, Al, that gives, again, praise upon praise. But this gives a really nice kind of flow of the match feel where you can kind of see the advantage that each team has at any point. It sums the game up beautifully for me.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's so beautiful to look at, and I think it makes the match easier to follow, being able to see this versus when we were just sort of reading results.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, a picture paints 1,000 words, and boy, does this paint those. So congratulations to Catch 54, kicking us off with a win there. Captain Thestral getting one in. Now, Al, the court MVP. Do you want to talk us through this one? What were your considerations?
So with match MVP, I look at who had most eliminations, whether that be hits or catches. I tend to weight catches a little more than hits, but those are pretty even. I look at race wins. I look at number of games played. And I also only give MVPs to the winning side. So you may have been really, really good, but if your team didn't win, you don't get to be MVP.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So for this game, Catch 54, Where Are You, is going to be providing the MVP since they won. And the player on that team who had 6 games, he won 5 of them, so he had an 83% win percentage. He got 2 hits and a catch, and that is O-Dog.
Well, so congratulations, O-Dog. I was a little precipitous on that one, Al, so I spoiled your thunder. Apologies for that. Yeah. So congratulations, O-Dog. First MVP of Season 13. Great job and a great win for Catch 54. We're going to move now to Court 2. And we've got I Dream of Dodging, captained by Astalia, versus Mojo Jojo, the Twilight Throne. So in our race positions here, Al, we've got I Dream of Dodging with a pretty good advantage off the bat. They get 5 of the race balls. Just Chasmo and G for Fun getting their races for the Twilight Throne. And it starts off pretty even. We've got Dizilla, like, again, just like Sir Thestral, like almost bouncing off the bench there as he's revived by his teammates. And then we go Chasmo and Mojo Joe also get eliminated. I can't remember, Al, what the extra outline on the hit is. Is that like it was so much it could have been a catch? Derek will have to tell us what the like the outlined cross is, because I can't.
Yeah.
I can't remember. He did tell us. I probably slept since then. Apologies to Derek again. So then it's G for Fun, and at this point, Twilight Throne in freefall. Just I Dream of Dodging, just taking name after name. And they stabilize for a little bit, Al, but it's Bahamut 619 next to Bite the Bench. And at this point...
Okay, so Dakaran said when it's Chasmo got caught, but instead of reviving someone, he was eliminated.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Hands around the ball. I like it. So Chasmo got caught, but got eliminated. Thank you for that clarification, Dakaran. Lovely, actually, to have you here so that you can correct us and teach us how to use this wonderful sheet. I tuned in at the perfect time. Oh, Mojo, I'm so sorry. I actually don't know the result of this match, so if this is a turnaround, this will be a surprise for me too. So at this point, Al, you've got again like 7 against 2. That's again like you've got to dig in, right?
Oh yeah.
And dig in they do. So they start by getting out the Master Shit Talker M. Colo, followed by your favorite round 6 pick in mine, the Bagsman Cometh.
Oh,
Baggio. Baggio's such
honestly,
a good
we
dude.
the Moneyball, the like Bagman award.
Yeah. We almost certainly could, because so
Yeah.
often he was worthy of that, and yeah, Baggio though falling here, and then Chasmo gets a revive, so it's starting to even up a little bit. Twilight Throne getting back in the game. There's a couple of balls of no action, and then Acox 89 and Astalia the captain falling in, and now the shoes on the other foot. Twilight Throne have got the edge there, Al. A one thrower advantage at the moment, and we're judging by the graphic, we're quite close to the end. Let's see how this wraps up. We've got Jomo. He's revived, so the captain comes back, and then the 9-inch ninja himself is the next to apparently get caught. So he bites the bullet by virtue of a catch that eliminates him when it could have revived someone. I think we're slowly getting the hang of this.
Yeah.
And then it's Clever Missy. So there's just so I Dream of Dodging from a 7-2. They're now facing a 5-1. Clever Missy getting caught as well. Catchy Missy not working out there. Then it ends without fanfare as BPB is the Ben Bijsterveld or Biesterveld, whatever you want to call him. I think Biesterveld sounds better, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Whether it's right or not, who cares? So Ben's the last one down. Twilight Throne wins from an unlikely position at one point, being 7-2 down. And Sato, Chasmo, Diesela, Mojo, Jojo 2, and Wet Yeti still standing. But Al, the big question on everyone's lips, who is your Court 2 MVP?
So first, I need to say that this match alone had 10 catches between both teams, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so the MVP is someone who scored 3 catches all on their own.
Ooh, that's good.
He had no hits, but just 3 catches, and that is going to be Agent Seto.
Oh, yes. Very well done, Ian. Agent Seto, an absolute giant of the game. He's been around forever, hasn't he, Ian?
Yeah.
And also, I believe, Al, he's better than everybody else purely on the basis that he's also a librarian.
Yeah, he's a librarian, so that automatically makes him better, and everybody knows that, especially me.
It's just pure fact. So congratulations to Mojo and the Twilight Throne. A good victory, solid comeback. And Court 2 wraps up in their favour. So we're going to move now to Court 3, and Super Grandma will be keenly interested in this, as will Super Tools. This is Father Throws Best versus the Faulty Throwers. So Al, this begins, I think we were pretty happy at the beginning of this, even though we only had 2 balls. I had a ball, which meant that I was immediately going to throw it at Super Grandma, because that's just how we roll. Super Grandma has in the past picked me too highly in dodgeball, and I've told her the rules. If she picks me in the first round, I don't listen to her at all. If she picks me in the second round,
Right.
she can tell me when to throw. If she picks me in the third round, she can tell me at whom to throw, the fourth round, what to throw, and round 5 or 6, all of the above. So at this point, all she can do is tell me when to throw, so I threw straight at her face. Unfortunately, that's not captured in Derek's graphics, because that's not a legal play or some silly thing. But
I was going to say, the one thing graphics are the shenanigans.
Absolutely. And part of those shenanigans was me taking my ball and throwing it firmly at Super Tools, straight into his face. He had a very rude awakening into what Club Hot Tub meant. And that was an absolute nonsense game. But it's followed by revenge, because Lux's sorry, it was Sevenik who was out first. I can't read this graphic. Apparently I'm an idiot. Sevenik was out first. Then it was Lux who was caught. His contribution to the game after not speaking for about 2 days was to just throw the ball and get caught. Super Tools is then out, and then Maximus goes the way of the Dodo as well. So Super Grandma's team off to a great start, but it doesn't last that long because Super Grandma herself is hit and takes a cookie making break on the bench. We've then got a lot of kind of misses and not much action. Then Dion is hit and Tuna is caught. And at this point, Al,
Oof.
not gonna lie, feeling pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
captain and the first 3 picks are all done.
Yeah.
Easy game, right?
I was
Wrong.
gonna say, who's even left?
Who's even left? You're wrong. Lux is revived, and I think I know who caught that, but I'm not going to spoil it. So Lux gets back in the game. Double Dubs then gets hit. Lux then throws another catch just to compound the misery of his captain. Poop Deck's then hit. And then in a spate of catches, Super Tools and Maximus are both revived, and this is just looking terrible now. And again, we start to see another swing, perhaps, as Hypaspist and the most handsome Spaniard, Juan Carlos, go the way of the Dodo. And it's just, I think, at this stage, it's Goatman left, who's actually been a wonderful addition to the team. Then Mini Tools finally is eliminated. Ethel Narwhal, son of Super Tools, dubbed Mini Tools. And if you're following the storyline of Club Hot Tub, now Mini Me Tools. And then and then we've got Sevenick revived, but Goatman finally gets his reward of a bench sit. And then it's just a little time. I have to say, Sevenick did really well here. He played hard, he played well, but eventually, unfortunately, the 3-on-1 was too much for him, and Father Throws Best came out victorious. But this was an incredibly enjoyable game. And Al, the question on everyone's lips is, who is the court MVP?
Oh, the court MVP. I am so excited about this one.
Yeah.
This person played 18 games. They won 11 of them. They scored 2 hits and 3 catches, and they won their race. This person was just unconscious, and that is Riska.
Yeah, Riska, that is Danielle Stump in the community. I have to say, Al, like, I think at one point I might have said, did she marry Satan? There is no end to her top decking skills. but like, yes, there were some games where she had some fortune, but she was just a thorn in our side all match. Like, no one could get her out. We couldn't get her out. Nothing would work. She was using her format to kill people. We were trying to get her out. She was amazing all game. I won't play 8 games all season.
I was watching the stats come in, and I was like, I cannot believe this. And just watching, just hit, catch. I was like, this is amazing. And people need to keep in mind, she was drafted in the last round. She's been in the community for a while. She was great as one of the veterans for the rookie matchup. She was on fire. She put up stats in the first week that some players don't put up the entire season. Yeah. So I am so excited to see Riska just come alive and just absolutely wipe the floor.
Yeah, and
also, I'd like to point out, she had one of the highest differentials this week. One of her catches was a differential of 116.
And that was, I believe...
That's like...
It's crazy. And
yeah,
I think
that was against... Yeah, it was nuts.
And I'm just going to embarrass her captain, because I think that was more than Super Tools hit me by, and he even took an extra turn to get a higher total. I'm not sure he did it deliberately, but he did do it. So,
yeah.
But what I was gonna say was that, like, when players come in like that at like round 5 or 6 and they just have an absolute belter of a game, Al, it has like, because you're round one pick and arguably a round two pick, like, you expect them to do well. You're hoping for them to get those hits and catches, but when it's coming from the round six pick, like, that's how you win the league.
Yeah,
100%.
That's how you win seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, just a phenomenal game, really good fun, and congratulations to Father Throws Best and Riska, who was an absolute monster all game. But we're going to move to Court 4, Ball in the Family, captained by PC Ass Clown. For those of you who don't know, I'm not sure that's many of you, I keep referring to PC Load Letter with a different name because he used to be Ass Clown, and then Wise Wizard Games made him change his name because Ass Clown apparently was offensive. So then he changed it to PC Load Letter because that's funny. And then there is another Ass Clown in the community. So since Ass Clown was forced to Ass Clown was forced to change his name, and then someone took Ass Clown, and it's still standing. So, like, that's just, it's rude. I'm sorry for Ass Clown, but but there we go. But PC Clown Letter, opposite J Huns, those teams, and again we've got a pretty stilted race here where Ball in the Family only hold 2, but Bad Wolf Rip, Chrysalis, Connor, and Cisco Alvarez, the team of predominant C's, they hold 5 of the Bulls out. So let's see what happens here. We begin with, it's fairly bloody. Aldedan and Deckard both go the way of the dodo. No mercy for the planet. Aldedan is sorry, it's not Alderaan. But Alderaan has exploded, and Deckard bites the... Yeah, exactly. But then, lo and behold, another timely revival of Aldedan. He doesn't spend much time on the bench, leaving Deckard cruelly on his own. Chrysalis also then is in the cookie-making position. But then Deckard comes back and does a Lux and is immediately out again. It can happen. Dodgeball players can be cruel, Al. It's very common when a player comes off the bench to try and demoralizingly send them straight back there.
Right.
Yeah. But why should I have to change? He's the one who sucks. Jeremy Valletta. I think it's Jeremy suggesting that he's got an alt called Ass Clown, and I don't know what's going on right now. But then it's PC Load Letter who hits the bench. Green Aces making inroads into Ball in the Family. But then a real swing as Cisco Alvarez throws a catch. Connor and J Huns both then bite the bullet, and it's swinging back in Ball in the Family's favor. And Al, how was the chat at this point? Like, were you feeling good? Like, talk us through that.
So what happened was my team was not feeling super great, and then I was the one who got the catch on Cisco, and we chose to eliminate. And then I started throwing and went on a tear, and so everyone got really, really excited. And then you'll see what happens next.
Okay, so this is, to believe Al, this is Al catching Cisco, rhyming with Connor, killing J Huns, but then Chrysalis is revived. Oops. And then Dusto's eliminated. I can pretend to be sad about that. And then it's Drew the Rat who hits the bench. So this starts to swing back the other way, Al, I guess. Oh, and now it's you. You're eliminated. Cisco Alvarez comes back, though. That's good, right?
Yeah. No.
No, it's not.
By the way, what happened was I was way too confident, so I was throwing like crazy, and then Rip just ripped me. But I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna throw it back and I'm gonna take him with me. And he was like, no, I'll just bring Cisco back. I was like, I threw a catch.
Yeah. I'll just take the ball off you. It's the worst. It's the worst when you know you're going to be out, so you throw the ball, and we'll get to that later. But you know you're going to be out, you throw the ball, and then you're like, yes, at least I'll take someone with me. No, they'll get someone back. Big oof.
Yeah.
Double oof.
I was like, great. Not only did I, I not only, hurt myself, but I hurt my team and took my team down with me.
The worst feeling ever. Then Vorazori is eliminated, and so is Bad Wolf, so it's starting to get a bit closer. But Oldedan is sent to the bench, and I think this looks like we know what's going to happen next, Al. JP goes down. He takes, I think, Cisco with him, maybe with that, but it's Chrysalis and Rip left standing, so it's close, but it is a victory to Green Aces.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the MVP in this one, Al, I think. I mean, it can't be you.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely not me. The MVP this time goes to Rip. He was, just to give people an idea, he had 4 hits. Like, he was just mowing through our team. He had 4 hits, and then he also has a catch because I like to throw chaos, and that's when all the events turned on me at once.
It can happen.
Yeah, Rip. By the way, in case anyone's curious, Rip had an 88% win percentage in that game.
Gross.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I mean, in all honesty, it was an amazing performance, and I give him all the credit in the world. But being on the other side of it, it was gross, and I hate him.
That's fair. And I always kind of feel like a really good win percentage in dodgeball is better than a really good win percentage in the ladder, because you're just playing kind of players are a bit more invested and play a bit more. Like you tend to find the games are harder, right?
Yeah, he was playing tough competition and was just making us look like fools. Jeremy is an absolute beast. He deserves all the credit.
A really nice guy, so you can't even like smack talk him at all.
I know. I can still shit talk him. I like him a lot. He's a great guy, but he definitely didn't need to hear some of the things that came out of my mouth when I threw that
catch. Do you know, sometimes I'd love to be a fly on the wall and just the moment that it goes wrong, like just see that from every player. I think.
Here's the fun part. I threw at him, and he was like, "Oh, this isn't going well. I might have to concede," and then turns it around on me. And as he's about to hit me, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pause. I wanna, do me a favor. Hold off. I'm not home right now. I want to throw my ball." And he's like, "Oh, sure, of course. I'll let you throw your ball." And then I get home, I throw the ball, I get eliminated, and I had fallen right into his trap because he's like, "Yeah, throw the ball. I want to catch it. I'm gonna bring Cisco back." I'm like, great. What a gentleman.
Yes, allow me to hurt you some more. You're digging these graphics. Yeah, Chasmo, they're absolutely fantastic. And if you came in late, Derek Weller, Dakaran is responsible for the new graphics. I think this is a good time to mention kind of, though, one thing that's maybe a leap for newer players, and sometimes veterans are guilty of this as well, is that there's kind of 2 things going on when you're about to be hit. The first thing is that you shouldn't leave it to your opponent. Like, if you know you're going to get hit, don't leave it to your opponent to decide when you have to make that decision about throwing the ball. Like you mentioned there, like, you're going to get hit, you pause, you wait to take your turn, and you're like, yeah, okay, I've made my decision, I'm going to throw my ball. Don't let your opponent have that on you, because if you're holding a ball and they hit you, you have to pass it. You've no longer got the option of throwing it. That said, this is a more fun game when we kind of have those good bants and the good interactions as well. So, like, I think you described there that you were actively chatting to Jeremy during the game. I do that sometimes with some of my opponents as well, and I think that, like, giving the grace of, like, hey, I'm about to knock you into next Tuesday. Do you want to do anything with that ball you're holding? I think that can be really valuable too.
Yes. I think it's, we very much believe in sportsmanship. We also don't believe in, like, needing to race to post results, like, faster than your opponent. We want to avoid those situations. So if you think things are going bad and you're going to want to throw, it's okay to hit pause on the game, post your throw at it, and then continue. And with that said, so many of us know each other and have such great mutual respect that it's okay to, if your opponent may talk to you and being like, hey, it's coming. you're holding a ball. Do you want a chance to get rid of it? Because we do this to play the game and have fun, not to sort of like undercut each other.
But you can also, I guess, know that if you do that to Al this season now, he's probably going to be like, I'm fine, I'll pass the ball. Because
Yeah.
he's been,
Oh yeah. Totally.
'cause he's been burned hard by Rip. It's all Rip's fault. Blame Rip. He's the worst. But we're gonna now move to the final court 5. This is the Beverly Hit-Billies versus Smash. This is Captain CJK Flyer versus Captain Steal a Ball from his players. I mean Captain Tough. And so we've got Lex, Taxachusetts, Starmark, and Cornatius winning their race. And then, Dakaran, Evan Horizon, and Naden are winning their race balls. So pretty balanced, Al. Another game where it's a pretty balanced spread of balls. Let's see how this plays out. So actually, this is probably the only game where someone hasn't died in the first 5 seconds.
Right.
It looks like about 10 throws or so before Taxachusetts, obviously a good player, I think, maybe a tournament winner in a couple of places, but a rookie to dodgeball, and really feeling the dodgeball difference there as he's eliminated. But then Dakaran and Starmark hit the bench in rapid succession. So it's still a pretty balanced game. We've then got that's Anorsin. Is that the right way to say that?
I'm not sure. I'm still learning how to pronounce all the rookies' names. Like, is it Chrysalis or Chrysalis?
I think it was Chris. I think it was Chrysalis. I think that's what. Because when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, Chrysalis," but Anorsin. There we go. Anorsin. That's correct. Excellent. So Anorsin, death by catch. You love to see it. But always the worst when you're experiencing it. Starmark then is. Hang on, how is Starmark on both? Anyway, Starmark apparently playing for both teams. Truly, it wouldn't really be our slides if something wasn't wrong there. Dakaran then revived, and then Lex Neville. So this is a really deadly period of play, Al. We've got 4 balls all coming in real quick, 3 eliminations, 1 revival, and then we got Taxachusetts revived after a short pause to get back in the game. So the numbers looking pretty even here. There's another pause and then Naden. So looks like there's lots of kind of tactical to and fro, lots of games, maybe quite close, a little bit of feeling out of the opponents before another hit comes in. Naden being the one who falls there. But then Taxachusetts out and Starmark revived again. So this is, again, so we're seeing like heavy passage of play, pause, heavy passage of play. And then Tough and Maraudimo as well, death by throwing catches. So someone on Smash is having an absolute stormer. Sorry, not Smash, on the Hit-Billies. C-Bus then goes down and Evan comes back to a revival, whilst CJK Flyer then death by being caught. And then we got Lex coming back. We've got Evan Horizon getting out. This is a really swingy game, Al. And close. Like a lot of the other games have, like they've started massively one way, and either they've swung or they've continued in that vein. This one seems to be like really neck and neck all the way. Cornatius then, that would have been a few Britney gifts on the way out, I think. What do you reckon?
In all honesty, there were probably Britney gifts all throughout this match.
Do you know what? I need to go back and watch that match because I do love a good gif. So then Starmark, who apparently is attempting to be most named person on the slide, is hit again. And then the Jeb, I think that's the first time we've seen the name. So whether they've been missing or just doing all the hitting, who knows? But they fall. Then Dakaran goes down. And so this is 1-on-2 now, I think. Then Roland Parr, he's out. And that surely means it's a win for Smash. But wait, Lex Neville is also hit. So, first round of Season 13, we are in our first race-off, Al. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
So again, Derek does not disappoint because we've got our race off here. So it begins with CJK Flyer winning their ball 1-0. Captain leading by example for the Hit-Billies. That's responded by Maraudamo and the Jeb. Swung it back to Smash. It's now a 2-1 race. We've got Dakaran evening it up at 2-all. Everything to play for. 3 more balls. And I love... do you know what, Al? I love the little detail of there's a finish line there. And
Oh yeah.
I love everything about this. So we've got Tough winning his race. Then we've got Nadener winning their race. So now it's literally down to the decider who's gonna take this home. And Seabus does the job, getting to that finish line. The fact that the 4 actually touches the finish line is just delightful. And the Beverly Hit-Billies win a game that genuinely couldn't have been closer by the looks of things, Al.
No, this was crazy close.
Yeah.
The fact it was almost like perfect that it went to a race off because the whole match was just close back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely. And apparently Dakaran giving the commissioner credit for the finish line optics there. So even the commissioner has a good idea once in a while. He has lots of them, to be fair, but we don't want to give him a big head.
No.
So super close race. Super close race, lots of destruction, a race off. It had everything. But Al, who's your Court 5 MVP?
Okay, so I need to mention on Smash's team, both Lex Neville and Starmark gave amazing performances. I like Starmark had 2 hits and 3 catches of his own, and Lex Neville had 3 hits and a catch of his own. Like either one of those on any other court probably would have been MVP. But their team didn't win.
I was going to say, you can't be MVP if you don't win, can you?
Can't be MVP if you don't win. So MVP is going to a player who played 20 games, which is absolutely ridiculous. He won 12 of them. He got 3 hits, and more importantly, they won both of their races, which meant they helped them get across the finish line. And that MVP is Dakaran.
Oh, well, I can't help feeling, Al, that the crowd might feel that this has been somehow influenced by the gorgeous and fantastic slides we've received for the show. And all I'll have to say to that is that if anyone wants to submit any content, then I'm just saying, I can't comment on this MVP.
Listen, I will comment. I am easily bribed. I am a poor librarian. I will take whatever you want to give. So you want to be MVP? Just you tell me what you've got to offer, and we can work something out.
I'm not above Dakaran, not above buying MVP. Well, I mean, circumstantially, that looks like it's an admission of guilt there. Yeah. But congratulations.
Great match.
Yeah.
And I feel like was really instrumental for getting the Beverly Hit-Billies to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations to Dakaran and CJK Flyers, Beverly Hit-Billies on winning that. So that rounds up the 5 matches, Al. This takes us then to the round end. You can see those infographics and you kind of see the flow of the games. I really, actually, I can't thank Derek enough for his hard work during the week putting all these together. Like seeing those games really gives you a sense of the different flow of those matches. The to and fro or the edge and edge, like it's really wonderful to watch. But the thing that everyone really cares about is where are we going for the round 1 MVP and the round 1 Moneyball.
So, just as a reminder for people, the Moneyball is the best player in relation to where they were drafted. And you have to be drafted in the second half of the draft. So anybody in the first 3 rounds is not eligible for Moneyball.
Yeah.
And MVP is going to be one of the, most likely an MVP, but round 1 MVP, you don't have to come from a winning team. It usually helps, but not necessarily. So the other thing is you cannot win round MVP and Moneyball in the same week.
Yeah.
So, which actually is very germane to this week because the round one MVP is none other than Riska.
Yeah, I mean, I can't overstate how much of an influence she had on our match. She was absolutely titanic. Like, we tried
Yeah,
everything and nothing worked. Nothing. Like, I was
yeah,
not necessarily above being half serious when I suggested she may have married Satan because, like, literally nothing would get her out. It was amazing to watch. So
yeah.
congratulations to Riska, a very worthy
I
round
was like, yeah,
MVP.
she deserves all the things. So, in
Yeah,
all honesty, she technically should have won Moneyball too, just statistically speaking, being that she was drafted in the last round and had the best stats in the round. Like there's no other way to get Moneyball than to be the statistically best player drafted in the last round of the draft.
yeah,
So she probably could have won Moneyball too, but we like to spread the awards around. And also, the person who did get Moneyball was also drafted in, I believe, the last round too. Let me know. Yes, they were also a last round
mm.
pick. So they did really great too, and that is O Dog.
Oh, dog. Good performance from them this round as well. So, um, congratulations to all the match MVPs, the round MVP, and Moneyball. And really, all that's left, Al, is to kind of look at that table because after the first round of play, obviously there's going to be, you know, not much of a difference in the schedule. There's 5 teams with a win and 5 teams without, but here they are. We've got Twilight Throne, Catch 54, Where Are You? Father Throws Best, Green Aces, Beverly, Hit Billies as all tied in first. And then we've got Smash Ball in the Family, Faulty Throwers, Doug Van Dodge Show, and I Dream of Dodging all tied for last. Now, it's worth noting at this point that tiebreakers are in play, but only at the end of the season when it's necessary for a tie in score to be broken. They're not used in the standings throughout the season. Um,
Right.
yes, and Chasmo saying these graphics make every match look like the very own Snowflake. And they do. And that's kind of like, I love that because they are. Like, they very much are their own story, their own pulse, their own energy. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. So, again, we're at the end of the slides of the show, and it's just another opportunity, I think, to thank Derek for one making this look way more professional than we deserve, and also for taking such a huge amount of work off creating it. That I can't personally I can't thank you enough, but also just in terms of the quality of what people see, like we can't thank you enough. It looks just amazing.
Yeah, we do not deserve this. Especially anybody who's watched previous seasons knows fully well what sort of shit show we run here. Um, but the other thing is also not to forget this all runs because of Cranky Day and all the behind the scenes stat work, all the spreadsheets. I mean, all the information that we're doing is pulled from his stuff. So we have to thank him. I think he actually had a camping trip this evening, so I'm sure he will be watching the video later and sending us detailed notes on everything we incorrectly stated.
Yeah, especially being as I was muted at the start, which, whilst is tradition, is not intentional. So yeah, I'm sure it'll come up. My annual review will be very poor. I won't even
Yeah.
I won't even meet expectations, let alone exceed them. So what I think we'll do, Al, is I think we'll play people out with that wonderful theme tune again, and let people
Perfect.
enjoy that, and then maybe let them also enjoy that lovely puppet graphic that you're so happy about. So thanks.
Nightmare.
Just abject nightmare fuel. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to my co-host Al, who it's a pleasure to do this with. It's one of my favorite times of the week when we do it. So yeah,
I'm so glad that this is so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's a very happy place for hopefully everyone, but definitely for me and hopefully Al. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Al. And we will see you in the next round.
Good night.
Sometimes someone just gets stuck. Now, Silent Al, what did you think of that catch percentage? Well, let's just say if catching was fishing, some folks would still be wishing. 30%, that's mighty bold. I've seen scarecrows with better hold. And if dodging counts as strategy too, some players dodge the ball in the queue. Now, be nice. I am being nice. I didn't mention their offense. It's the Howdy Do It Show, where the stats and highlights flow. Every throw and every stall gets analyzed right here for all. Yes, the Howdy Do It Show, where the dodgeball mysteries grow. If a play makes everyone say, whoa,